Eric says, my housemate is very judgmental and I want to process it better. Okay, Eric, what does that mean for you? What would that look like if you were processing it better?
I spent some time trying to help my housemate understand that she could use more NVC style of communication. As it turns out, she is thoroughly convinced that the fact that she's this passionate person, a wonderful lover, all kinds of things, means that she has to blurt things out in a challenging way to hear. So maybe you want to ask me a question about this so I can fill you in more usefully.
Well, I'm actually going to make a comment first. Your housemate is very judgmental. I want to process it better. I will tell you
Good.
your number one step here is give up your need for her to not be judgmental.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. That's my goal of talking to you. Yep.
Okay, great. So, number one, we're going to decide that she is never going to be any different. And there are
Right.
no conversations about trying to change her. So then, if you want to process it better, what would that mean for you? Let's imagine she's not open to change. She's always going to be that way. What would you need for that to feel okay to you?
Yeah, what I've started doing is the kind of try to come to terms with, no matter how hard I try, I am going to, fall short of her standard and frankly my standard.
Okay,
It's
that's why you're in pain. Let me offer you a different one. What if, I know you've been studying NVC for a really long time. What if you took every single judgment that she had as an opportunity to practice surfacing her feelings and needs and surfacing your feelings and needs? And notice all of the ways in which one part of you might be taking it very personally and learning how to release that part. What would it be like if you just did that practice? Have you been trying that already?
maybe not intensely enough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, because the real challenge is I am often agreeing with her. Yeah, that was really dumb. I should have checked with you before I did the
Oh my
XYZ
goodness.
thing.
So her external judgments match all of your internal judgments, and then you just get like entrenched in the straitjacket of judgments.
Yeah, I mean, she has much more at stake in terms of lots of things along this trip. And she probably may retire here. And so, like, how things work for her really kind of matters. And I certainly want her to have that work brilliantly. So, yeah, so it's very easy for me to get into, yeah, she's right. I really blew it. How could I
Mhm.
have been such an idiot here?
There is no such thing as I've done anything dumb. There is no such thing as I was an idiot. There is more about like, what am I waking up to right now? What are the unconscious ways that I'm behaving that
Hold on,
this,
let me break in.
mm,
How do I make there's no such thing as XYZ? How do I make that more than just a bunch of words? What can I?
yeah, we put our focus on what am I waking up to? What am I becoming aware of? And then how do I relax my nervous system around whatever I'm becoming aware of? How do I soften into the awareness? Your mind is going to want to brace against it, understand it, rationalize it, excuse it, intellectualize it, discuss it, turn it into a framework. Your mind is going to want to escape your body. And then it's going to work overtime to keep your attention in an intellectualized version of the relationship. And it's a way of avoiding the relationship. So, what we want to do is when we notice, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm such an idiot, like my mind is like literally pulling my consciousness like right up and out here where it is anesthetizing the feelings. I'm replacing how this feels and what I'm needing with talking about my feelings and talking about my needs so that I don't have to be in my feelings and I don't have to be in my needs. So the practice there is the awareness, if you can go, oh, I become aware of something, like she says, you're such an idiot. And this awareness comes up where I think, oh, I am an idiot. And then we go, oh, okay, let's just drop in instead of jumping up and out. What am I feeling in this moment? Wait, let me reconnect with my body. Oh, I feel disappointed. I feel sad. Maybe I feel a little scared. Okay, let me just be present to this right now. Let me just stay with it. Let me not intellectualize it. I don't need to talk about it. I don't need to understand it. I just need to be with me right now. And then what am I needing from that place? And sometimes it's really about the self connection first and the willingness to just be in me in that moment and to soften. And often our nervous system needs a lot of reassurance. You are okay. Even if you're an idiot, I love you so much. I love idiots. I love dumb people who do dumb shit. I get to be a dumb person
That's
in
your
this.
recommended
Yes.
self-talk.
Yes.
um,
Yes. Yes.
okay.
I love the part of me that does dumb shit and is an idiot. And, thinking about our lost caller gets rageful and breaks doors. And you know what? You are all welcome here and I love you. And there's nothing wrong and you are okay. And I'm going to be with you. And this person outside of us is objecting and looks really angry and scary right now. And there's probably a part of me that is feeling scared and wants to do better. Oh, and I even love that part of me, the part that really wants to learn and grow and get aware. But I need to start talking to myself in a soothing, reassuring, everything is okay tone of voice so that I can re regulate my nervous system. If I don't take that step, I will bypass all of those feelings and I will intellectualize it and I will try to solve the problem through an intellectualized frame where I talk about my feelings, about my needs, about your feelings, about your needs, but I'm not connected.
The self-soothing thing sounds like a good idea to me. How is that not intellectualizing, though?
It has to do with where your attention is and your ability and willingness to feel what's actually happening and track the sensations in your body.
So as long as I'm being present with what's going on in my body,
Mhm.
and I can be giving myself some self-soothing messages at the same time, and that's not what you mean by intellectualizing. That's what you're recommending.
Yeah. In essence, I'm recommending that there needs to be the attention needs to go back down. If you think about the upper floors and the lower floors, and you're sort of here on the ground floor, you're very good at the upper floors. You're very good with understanding. You're very good with what is in conscious awareness and what you can talk about. That's not where the problem is. You're great at that. It's my sense is that it's disconnected from a connection to the systems that are underground. And my hypothesis is it has to do with actually learning to feel the feelings instead of know about the feelings. And in the absence of feeling the feelings, what is likely happening is your nervous system gets inklings of feelings, and there's a security script in your mind that if I get the inkling of any kind of vulnerability, that it is not safe, and I need to go into my mind where I am safe, and I'm going to try and fix it from there. But that it isn't safe to actually be in the feelings that might arise because now this is all hypothesis. Maybe I'm afraid that I will be overcome with sadness or grief or disappointment or shame or guilt, or there's something I've learned to avoid successfully and anesthetize myself against feeling. And that's deeper work. Like that's probably less conscious right now. But I would recommend the willingness to feel a little bit more will reconnect some circuits for you that will bring you more clarity and insight about these dynamics. What do you think about that?
Well, first thing is clarity. When you say feel feelings, you really mean kind of pay attention to what I'm feeling in my body.
Yeah, and you may want to work with a coach or a guide who's really, really good at feeling feelings and being present to feelings because they will be able to guide you. They will notice when you're going up instead of down, and they'll be able to do a little gentle redirection. And to the degree that you get judgmental of yourself, they will be able to provide an external scaffold of soothing and helping so you're not doing it on your own. This is another place where we need other people. I have a very intellectualizing defense myself. I know the place of intellectualizing, and there was no way that I was going to crack that code until somebody coached me down into my body again. Because my defenses were so good at I didn't see any value in doing anything other than what I was really good at doing. So I recommend that partly from a place of this is what helped me with my deep love of rationalizing and intellectualizing. It's one of my favorite places to go. It's very soothing to me that I don't have to deal with the messiness on the inside. But I needed someone else because I never got that. I never got that from my parents. I never got that in my culture. I never got that in my family system. You know, my family system was so incredibly performance based. I didn't learn how to do that, and it was a foreign language. There was no way I could just coach myself into it. I needed other people to help me. And I'm guessing that might feel supportive to you is to find people who really are good at the feeling work.
Okay, so any other things you want to tell me about it? Otherwise, I'm complete.
Okay. The only other thing I want to tell you about it, Eric, is an acknowledgement of the earnestness and the generosity and the care that I hear in the questioning and in the journey that you're on. The self awareness and the longing for it to be different is really palpable for me. And I just feel a lot of tenderness around that. What's it like to hear me say that?
That's very sweet. Yeah, that's lovely, lovely to hear. Thank
Mhm.
you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Good luck.